Hello, Coupos. This is Armastus, and welcome to ArmastusLive for another market watch for the beautiful date of February 1st, 2023. I hope you all are doing wonderful this fine day, afternoon, evening, morning, whatever time zone it is for you in whatever area you are. Before we get into it, let me know if my audio is all out of whack. I'm still kind of tweaking things again because we've been jumping back into the streams, and I know it's been a while, but let me know in the comments if things are all good. Okay, that's enough of that. So before we jump in, also please remember, like, subscribe, bell notification. I cannot always prepare you all for the streams because I usually do these live, and I usually send out notification I'm doing these live. But look, I'm a busy guy, okay? I got lots to do. I still have a job. I got a kiddo to take care of. So sometimes I'm just gonna wing it, and we're just gonna put these out there. So please ring that, or click, I should say, that bell notification, and then it will ring you to let you know when I am streaming. Anyways, without further ado, we got a lot to cover. Let's jump into this. Okay, to start us off, if you go over to the tcgplayer.com site, I love when they do this because it promotes the game as it should be promoted because it's a beautiful, wonderful game. You see on the homepage, scroll down just a tiny bit right there next to Yu-Gi-Oh! We got From Nightmares featuring From Nightmares. The reason why it's up, because, well, we got some pre-orders up ready to go for you to pre-order. Now, these, of course, are kind of your FOMO prices, right? Fear of missing out prices. A bit high for pre-sale prices, but I encourage you, though, first look at your LGS, go to your local game store, ask them if they're going to have pre-orders up or if these are going to be available. Typically, you can get them a little bit lower in price, or hit up some people up here that I love to promote because they're just amazing, such as Connor from Zulu's, if you're in the Seattle area. The Light Games, Greg, because Greg's just amazing. Hey, man, I love you, Greg. And then, of course, use my affiliate link. If you're going to be shopping at tcgplayer.com for anything, look, you're going to be shopping there anyway. You might as well use my affiliate link, which is down in this description below. Anyway, going back on. So we got From Nightmares coming really soon, coming in quick. Get your orders in fast because, as we know, this is going to be featuring just an amazing full art signature cloud card, which is the cover art card, which you saw just a minute ago on the back page, on the previous page. So moving on as well, we've got, of course, this today, our Susuna Lord of the Revel January promo card, which we already see some sales up here for $9 for the non-mints, and then $20 for foil here. I'm sorry, $9 for the non-foils. I don't know why I said non-mint. And then $20 for the foils here available. There's actually quite a bit available right now, and not bad on the pricing. We'll jump more into that here in just a bit. Moving on. Oh, I just also wanted to highlight, here's the Light Games right here. Look at them. Look at these beautiful people right here. It's their Facebook page. I also wanted to highlight, because if you do want to get hold of Light, you go to their Facebook page and you just send them a message here, a direct message, and they'll respond to you. And of course, we got Zulus here. It's beautiful people over at Zulus. Now, jumping into the next thing, we have the boss deck. The boss deck's finally out. Final Fantasy VII boss deck. I've got mine right here. So, look, this thing I thought about busting open, but this box just looks so beautiful. I kind of just want to like keep it sealed. We've got, I don't know if you can see it right here, but we got this cool little like anniversary, 25th anniversary for Final 7 emblem. I'm going to keep this sealed. I ordered a few extra boxes. We're going to be opening those on the stream at a later date. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna hold on to that. Get your hands on a few if you haven't already. We see here prices are about typical. They're about $29.95 retail, so $30.24. That's about makes sense. But the big highlight of the boss deck, of course, besides the cool alternative gameplay that comes with the boss deck, is you get the Kuja full art. This beautiful, beautiful card. We already see a few up here. Angry Dane, for example, has got 6 for about $15. We have another seller here that's got a couple for about $15. So it looks like right now that's going to be, if you just want the full art, you can probably just get your hands on these for about $15. These prices we're going to see fluctuate over time as more people get their hands on them. I wouldn't be surprised if these settle down about $10 for a little bit and then maybe jump up back up to about $15 again. But if we look back to the original Kuja from Opus 11, a short print set, and of course this is a starter card, so chances of pulling are okay, I guess, if you can even get your hands on the set. Boxes are super expensive. But if we go here, we see that there's plenty of singles available. We got non-foils already here. Plenty of plenty of non-foils available. About $4 or $5. Okay, and then you go over to the foils here. Again, you're looking about the $15 range. You might as well go for the full arts at this point. It's a great card. So there you go, Kuja. Moving on, Opus I. Now, I always like to check back in on Opus I just to look at the prices here. We saw, of course, during 2021, 2022, Opus I was skyrocketing for Wave 2. Of course, it was hitting up to like $800 per box. It has, again, as I mentioned, I think last week, it's leveled around $5.50. Sometimes you can even find these a bit cheaper, depending who you go to. If you go to Facebook Marketplace, sometimes you can find them a little bit lower. It's not uncommon to maybe sometimes get a good deal for about $450, $500 USD for these boxes. So also, if we go ahead and look at what is available in here, some of the highlights of Opus I, of course, the chase cards, is Cloud. So we got Valifor, but I want to look at Cloud because Cloud is always a popular card out of the set. This is, again, the very first set of Final Fantasy, specifically the second wave. First wave, one wave, but just very short printed. And if you're in North America, really hard to get your hands on. But again, we're looking at second wave cards here. These, again, these non-foils, we're looking about $8 on average. They've basically leveled out. For a while, these were going really high, like really, really high. But if we look now at the foils, this has toned down a bit, and you can get your hands on some of the foils. First set, Final Fantasy TCG. In my opinion, if you're a collector, pick up some of these. It can only, get better. As long as the TCG sticks around, it's only going to get better. It's the first set. And you get about $100, $125, and then it just kind of goes up from there. You can also find these on eBay, and prices will vary right there. So there we go, Opus I. Moving on now, I wanted to highlight the Opus VII pre-release kit because this here comes with an anniversary deck box, and I've noticed, especially on the Facebook Marketplace for TCG, for the Final Fantasy TCG, which is a very popular place to buy Final Fantasy TCG, a lot of people are asking for the anniversary deck boxes. They come in black, I believe, if you're in North America. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, in the comments below. And then they are white deck boxes if you're in the Europe zone area. In fact, I may actually pick myself a white deck box. But what I've noticed, because the people have been wanting more of these, they're great quality deck boxes in a starter set. Comes with booster packs as well. I believe it does come with the 9 booster packs and a great pre-release, beautiful pre-release promo card. They have gone up. They've gone up a lot for the longest time, even during peak pandemic when prices were skyrocketing. These were still about $40 to $60, but they've gone up and then up, really. So you see here, we got market price around $86.97, but people here, well, a few people here, of course, marking up a bit more. Maybe not go here, maybe go to eBay. You can maybe get them still around the market price. But the deck boxes themselves are about the price of just a starter kit upon release, $44.95. This is for the white one. You know what? I may actually get one of these because I don't have the white one. I do have a few of the black ones behind me. I might pick up one of these. So yeah, I just wanted to highlight that. Something I just like to keep an eye on. Moving on, Opus 14, of course, short print, beautiful set, hard set to find. People still love it, still trying to get their hands on it if possible because there's just so many staples in here. One of the highlights, again, is all of the primal cards, which if we move in, which kind of brings us into a big event that happened not too long ago in UK called the Brotherhood New Year Festival here. Some of the cards that I was looking, some of the top 20, as I was going through this list here, I was looking at some of the prices here. We see from Opus 14, a Leviathan. This is the non-primal one here. Prices are actually going up for this card. It's seen some play. It saw, at least during that event, saw some play. I think then opted people to jump in more into utilizing this card. So again, we got non-foils starting about $2, going up from there. Foils are, we're going to look about, okay, so roughly $8-10. Now, next, the Primal Leviathan. Water seemed to be pretty prominent during that event. So, of course, prices went up slightly due to that event. Again, market price for this Primal, $35.49 for non-foil, $47.16 for the foil. But we're seeing stock again start to go down here. There is a few lightly played here non-foil, but then the foils here, 68, 72, 73, 74. It's a great card. Get your hands on some if you can. You may be able to find something a little bit cheaper on eBay or the Facebook Marketplace. Going back to Susano, again, another Opus 14 Primal card. This is pretty much most commonly used in your fire decks. Whenever somebody's running a fire deck, you know, in standard gameplay, they're using Susano. Again, we got here coming down about 15. These have, as far as the non-foils here, gone down a little bit. Foils still kind of high, which I was surprised because we still have the January promo card that is out now. And the non-foil full art, mind you, $9. Plenty of those. $20 for the foil. Seriously, get the full art. It looks beautiful if you're going to be using this card at any time in the future. Amaterasu, a staple. It just seems like this is the card that everybody's running. If you're running a fire build of any variety, you're going to be using Amaterasu. Get your hands on these. Honestly, I think Square Enix needs to start printing more cards kind of like Amaterasu that provide this kind of negation chain effect. There's not a whole lot in the game, at least to my knowledge. I know there's like Ishtola, there's Mist Dragon that's kind of used mostly to just counter Amaterasu, but Amaterasu is kind of the king of that genre right now. We got near mint foils, still up to $90, $100. If we look down at the non-foils here, I mean the non-full arts here, about $35 for the non-foil versions. There are foil of non-full art in Final Fantasy TCG. For those of you that don't know, it can get a little confusing, but just remember there is non-full art, non-foil, there is non-full art foil, and then there is full art foil, and then sometimes there is full art non-foil as well. But if we go back here, we still see the 2022 event promo Amaterasu card still much lower. Now, I don't know why this is. It would seem to me like this version, the promo version, would be harder to get. It's, in my opinion, a little more beautiful because it has that nice, beautiful 2022 stamp. Maybe people don't like it. I personally like it a lot more. Again, I just picked myself up 3 of them. They came out beautifully in mint condition through the mail. So, you know, it's kind of up to you. Both versions are great. Personally, though, I would go with this version, the Amaterasu event one. I also noticed here, I don't know if the stamping is different. I got to go back and look at my collection to see if the stamping on the name is different. Interesting. Anyway, moving on from Amaterasu, going back into the water due to that event, we got Sildra. This card is amazing. I've always loved this card. It's just pure advantage when you look at this card here. So this comes in at about $8 here. Again, it's kind of leveling out, maybe a little bit up due to that event here. And our foils going up to $18. Yeah, so that's really interesting. So before, if you look here in the past, our foils were about the $10 mark. And oddly, non-foils always kind of sitting about the same price, maybe going up just a little bit. If you're going to be just using these to play, just pick up some of the non-foils. But the foils are beautiful. And if you want to get your hands on some, there you go. There's some foils right there. And next up here is Titus, however you say his name. That's up to you. I say Titus now at this point. This was also a dominant card in the Brotherhood event that was going on. And we see a near mint foils about $30. And the full art version is $80. Again, this seems like a typo right there. I would not pick that up personally, though that's up to you. It's your money. You do what you want. If you want to pick up a lightly played foil for $710, that's on you. But I want to also highlight here that there was a pristine full art Titus, again, sold for about $108 on eBay. And honestly, that's about what I would be paying for a graded 10 CGC or even BGS full art of this card. So do with what you want with that information. Moving on here with Water Steel is we got Ash here, which was also, we saw some gameplay. It's a beautiful foil. I really love the way this artwork looks here. So we got these coming in about 20 bucks, just going up from there. And this kind of brings us in now next into our Resurgence of Power. I always like to keep an eye on this here. We still see very much available booster boxes, booster cases. I got to admit, I'm a little surprised by that. Kupos, go get your hands on them. Okay, pick these up. Opportunity to get get your hands on that full art Yuffie, signature Yuffie, which is the chase card here. But we also see Lena kind of taking it to the top here. If you don't take in consideration the Yuffie and then the Trinity here, the Sephiroth, Cloud, and Aerith, we got Lena kind of leading the top here. Beautiful artwork, seriously. Oh, in case you all haven't noticed, I love Final Fantasy artwork, just in general. It's just so good. Okay, and then, of course, there's still kits available. Get your hands on those kits. It comes with a beautiful promo card as well. And then our friends coming in here about 25, starting with the foils. So, yeah, prices are starting to level out. Interestingly, though, the Aerith here has gone down. It was about 100 on average, but we're seeing it kind of coming down to market price, about $60, $70. There's even one available here. I would pick this one up, honestly, if I didn't already have my playset. And then even here, the clouds. Yeah, so this makes sense. 90 to 100. This is the 200. Anything above 100, in my opinion, is a bit too much. Sephiroth here, surprisingly, has toned down too. This was actually the go-to card, minus the Yuffie. And this has also leveled about to 100. Now, if we go and, of course, we click on the beautiful Yuffie full art here, the signature card, the chase card, somebody finally posted another one for 1,500. But, in my opinion, it's still a little bit too much. I would still kind of stay with the market price of $835. Do what you want with that information. Anything above this, these better be graded extremely high. I would pay $1,500 for maybe a BGS 10 gold or CGC pristine. A perfect, I would do maybe closer to 200. A black label, 2,000. A black label, maybe closer to 2,000. But yeah, you do what you want with that information. It's your money. It's up to you. But at least we see that somebody posted here for 1,500. If we look again at recently sold, I just want to make note of this here. It went down. This one had 3 bids that sold January 18th. And it sold for $1,025, $5.10 shipping. Just kind of goes to show you that people are kind of leveling out. We have the Cloud signature card coming out soon. So these prices, I think, will go down. Honestly, I think Yuffie is going to settle around $800 mark on average. And then I can see Cloud kind of being at the $1,000, $1,100 market price for sure. Now, Tifa, Tifa's here from Opus 11, $1,000. Ooh, still too much. I would say this market price is about correct for $650. Booster boxes, you can get your hands on a booster box for about $350, maybe so. Look, there's a Spanish booster box. Honestly, Kupos, get the Spanish one. Why not, right? It's still playable. They still look beautiful. I know everybody wants to have the English version, but if you can get yourself a foreign language version, why not? The cards are still great. In fact, sometimes I think some of the cards look even better in a different language. So Cloud's still $255. These kits, in my opinion, too high. I'd pay no more than maybe, well, actually, let's see. If we click here in our kit, what do we have here from market? 200. If I'm correct, I think that's what is that? 6. That's I can't do math. I forgot how much that is per pack. You can figure that out. You have a calculator. But still, in my opinion, okay, sure, 200. Yeah, why not? It does come with a great, the promo's nice, which you can buy separately, but, it is a chase or a collector's set, I should say. Anyway, going back to the Tifas here, let's look at eBay prices here. So again, last sold, which was January 8th, $615. That had 33 bids. Yeah, if you look here, Mint 10, Gem Mint 10 from PSA, $12.75. We looked at this last week. I just like to check in on these once in a while. So Yeah, I would stick here with the 615 mark for sure. Certainly the non-full art ones have gone down a little bit. Ooh, that shipping's a little bit high, but that's up to you if you want to pay that. And then finally, this poor set, Rebellion's Call. Come on, Kupo. Seriously? There's going to be potential in the set. And I know eventually it's going to blow up. Not to mention, you get your Ishtola. So I just want to break this down for you all, okay? You get a booster box, which is $69 on average right here, right? The Ishtola itself, $51.44. And then you go down to X-Death, which is around the $50 market price, $30 market price for Hooded Man, $30 market price for Man in Black, $24 for Maria. I mean, at this point, you might as well just buy your Rebellion's Call boxes. Get yourself a case, $424.99 for a box for 6 of them in a case. Maybe even just sit on it. I would highly recommend just getting on this set while it's low, because what's going to happen is sooner or later the meta will change. Things will change. Some of these cards will get more popular. They will go up in value, especially things like, even if these aren't played, cards like Ishtola, which are fan favorites, especially for those who are Final Fantasy XIV fans. This card I can see definitely going up over time. The X-Death card just looks freaking amazing. Hooded Man, Man in Black are great cards. Potentially something in the future with the meta, in my opinion, though I am not maybe the greatest person to ask on that. I'm not a top tier player or even much of a player anymore these days. I kind of want to get back into it, but I like the effects. I could think that there's potentially some, well, at least I think there's potentially something with these cards in the future. So yeah, that's it, Kupos. That's going to wrap it up today for today's Market Watch. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for your comments. Please continue to leave your comments down below. Give me feedback. Let me know what you would like with this Market Watch. If there's anything you'd like me to check out, let me know. I got a few streams already ready to go, which is amazing. So look out for those. We got some boss deck stuff. We have some other things. And then we got some booster box openings coming along the way as well. I love to do those live. And I do like to get notification for those because I like audience to be more involved with those booster boxes. Otherwise, it gets kind of boring just doing it by myself. Again, thank you for everything. Remember, like, subscribe, ring the bell. Please use the affiliate links. Please go check out the light games. Please go check out Zulus. Remember, you're all wonderful. You're all beautiful. And you're all loved. Until next time. Bye-bye.